Prime Minister assigns the main character to go to the church and check out the church's accounts because the church hasn't sent the account department any of their information this year, and the Prime Minister wants to see what the issue is. So the main character is being assigned there to take care of the problem. Obviously, the male lead is not happy because, again, the main character has no tolerance to magicals. And the church is just like the demon territory, and it has the most magicals. So the main character is putting himself at risk and literally killing himself to do this mission. But he's literally the only person who can do this mission. This does not please the male lead, but he has no choice but to allow the main character to go and do this mission. But let's just say he feasts upon the main character many times to make sure the main character has a barrier to protect himself when he goes to the church. Just like how the secret second prince is the person who keeps an eye on the main character, the main character is also assigned a caretaker at the church, and this person doesn't like the main character because the church has an opinion that the main character is trying to strip the Holy Maiden of her power and position because of the barrier he created. No one asked her opinion. She absolutely loves the barriers the main character created because it makes less work for her because, again, she is a literal child. But no one asked her what she wants. No, the church already goes against the main character of this, and also because there are nobility at the church who looks down on the main character for being a regular commoner and coming from another world, and also the ones who are nobility also dislike the main character because he's a court official. So yes, there is a very much rift and dislike for the main character when he arrives to the church, and this child dislikes the main character because he's a court official and because the main character is supposedly stealing the Holy Maiden's position. So the main character, he kind of makes the main character's job a lot harder, but the main character kind of has it easier because the bishop and a heretic who has snuck into the church is gone at the time. So the main character can, do the job a little easier even if his a little sidekick isn't helping him like the kid is supposed to. There is a person on the main character's side. He is the priest, and he kind of acts like the male lead. He kind of very much is like the male lead, just a more sweeter, softer version, a very kinder version of the male lead. He cares for the main character, he supports the main character, he helps the main character out, he tells the main character where the off limits are, where he can be safe and sound, because the main character informs him that he has no tolerance for magicals. This dude already thinks the main character is a disciple of his god. And once he hears the main character has no tolerance for magicals, he thinks the god had just put the main character on a trial. So again, he worships the main character more, and he sees all the work the main character is doing for the church, he does for their kingdom. He respects the main character way more. Like, this dude worships the ground the main character walks on as much as he worships his god. The Holy Maiden was technically supposed to live at the church, but she ended up staying with the Crown Prince during this period of time. But once she went on the first expedition and saw all the issues and problems, she decided that she would, go to the church to work at during the day and then return back to the residence she was staying because of the Crown Prince. This is an excuse the church uses to state that's why they haven't returned their documents in time, was because they weren't expecting the Holy Maiden to start coming and staying with them, even though she originally was supposed to. So again, it gives them stink eyes. Like, this makes them look very much more suspicious. The Holy Maiden is also thriving at the church. Like, she is very much enjoying her time with the main character's caretaker at the church. She spends her time with the children because the church takes in orphans. They also take in children who have high magic levels, because it's dangerous for children to be out with high magic because, again, they cannot control it. So they come to the church for a period of time to learn to control their magic and ease off their magic for a bit before they return back to their families, and some of them stay at the church. Some of them, because of what their magic has done, are seen as naughty and troubled children, so they stay at the church until they're not anymore naughty children or troubled children. And again, some stay there permanently. And some move to find new jobs somewhere else, Because again, when a child is 12, they can't stay at the church anymore. Typically, if they're there as orphans, they have to go find work somewhere else. Yeah. While spending so much time with the children, the Holy Maiden realizes this world is kind of effed up with their system when it comes to children. She's like, these kids have no way to make a career for themselves or have their dreams come true. Like, these children are made to work at the orphanage. Like, they spend their days taking care of their orphanage and taking care of the younger ones. And then when they hit 12, they're thrown out and have to find actual work with barely any way to support themselves. She finds this very messed up. She also notices that children with only mothers are also given this little no opportunities, are given work from day one, and it sickens her. And the main character totally agrees with her. So they talk about building a school, or the startup of building a school or a school system for children who are orphans or children who come from lower class. And I absolutely love like this. She is growing, she's changing, she's becoming a better person. But again, she's just a child at the get-go. She was a child who was from a higher middle class family who was pampered and spoiled her whole life. She didn't realize the issues and problems of lower class, or typically from another world's lower class, and she getting to actually see it in front of her own eyes. She is literally shocked, and she wants to make a change. She wants to make a better world in this country, and I absolutely love this. Remember, the main character and her want to return back to their actual world. They want to return home. And that's why she's going on the expeditions as fast. She's purifying and everything as fast as she possibly can. She's working with the main character's barriers so she can return home. She also wants to make sure that's all done fast so she can help the main character and the second command sorcerer work on the device they need to create so they can return home. Like, she wants to return home. There's another reason why the main character is also wanting to create the school system, is because he realizes that his device and his barrier devices are going to need exponential sorcerers to create, except their country doesn't allow those who come from the commoner families to become powerful exponential sorcerers, even though they probably have high magic because they don't have the ability to go to magic school or get the offers that nobility families get. And he wants to make a change so that his devices can be created and done with.